World War I, often called the Great War, was one of the most devastating conflicts in history. Between 1914 and 1918, millions of lives were upended, marking a turning point in modern history. But how did we get there? What are the consequences? That is what we will uncover in this video. The causes of World War I are numerous. Europe at the time was a powder keg, marked by nationalist tensions, colonial rivalries, and an arms race. Three major blocs of powers dominated: the Triple Entente, comprising France, the United Kingdom, and Russia, and the Triple Alliance, made up of Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy. These alliances were intended to preserve peace, but they paradoxically prepared the ground for war. Everything changed on June 28, 1914, with the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria in Sarajevo. This event, considered the spark, triggered a series of declarations of war and a domino effect. Europe plunged into chaos. The conflict is characterized by trench warfare, where millions of soldiers lived under extremely harsh conditions. The war extended across multiple fronts: the Western Front in France and Belgium, the Eastern Front between Germany and Russia, and the fronts in Africa and the Middle East. New technologies such as machine guns, chemical gases, and tanks turned battlefields into true hellscapes. However, these technological advances did not result in a quick war. Human losses were immense. Verdun, the Somme, the Chemin des Dames, all battles synonymous with horror. In 1917, two major events changed the tide. Russia exited the conflict after the Bolshevik Revolution, while the United States entered the war, bringing decisive reinforcements to the Entente. On November 11, 1918, the armistice was signed in Rothenburg. But while the fighting stopped, the consequences were profound. Nearly 10 million soldiers and as many civilians lost their lives. Europe was economically and politically ravaged. The Treaty of Versailles in 1919 imposed strict conditions on Germany, sowing the seeds for World War II. On a social level, this war disrupted societies. The role of women evolved, empires collapsed, and new ideologies emerged. The League of Nations was created in the hope of maintaining lasting peace, but it proved insufficient. World War I serves as a powerful reminder of the consequences of escalating tensions. Today, we honor the memory of those who perished and draw lessons to preserve peace. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to discover more fascinating stories from our past.